It is February 24th. I'm Nathan.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Maria.
And this is That Family Show. Welcome back, episode 7.
And you dressed up for episode 7. Collared shirt? I feel a little underdressed.
I mean, you know.
Look at, even Maria's wearing button up.
Yep.
Flannel.
Flannel.
Flannel is fancy in the South.
So the Oscars are this weekend, and it got me thinking, what were some classic movies that happened on this day in any given year? 1992, February 24th, Wayne's World hit the theaters.
We're not worthy.
We are not worthy.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Any favorite lines from that movie besides the obvious?
Besides, we're not worthy. I like to play.
The one scene, I haven't seen that movie probably in 20 years, but the one scene that always sticks out is when they go to Alice Cooper's concert. And they say Milwaukee. And he's like, or Milwaukee. As the Native Americans used to say. And then he goes into his history lesson about Milwaukee.
And before that, when they try to get backstage, and Chris Farley is the bouncer.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, my girlfriend's in there, man. A lot of people's girlfriends are in there. That's probably top line number 2.
Or I fell on my keys. Hit the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Well, trivia for you.
Okay.
Do you know how many Oscars, how many Academy Awards Wayne's World won?
I do not.
None. So that's it. I mean, it won none. But
Was it up for any though? Probably not.
it was probably up for some Razzies. This Sunday is the Oscars.
It is.
And I don't know about your family. I don't really watch them, but I do like to keep up. I'm kind of a little bit of a movie buff, so I like definitely every year try to watch most of the films that are up for Best Picture. And one of the categories they added a couple years ago was Best Animated Film. Now we're going to take that this week and expand it a little bit. Between Nathan, myself, and Maria, we got to see quite a few family films in 2016. So what we're going to give you right now is kind of our list of favorite family films of 2016, and our only criteria is this: it had to be rated G or PG. Now I know some family films are PG-13, but for me to be truly all-encompassing of a family, it really needs to be G or PG. So that's it. So you might hear this list and say, hey, what about Star Wars Rogue One? Well, it's PG-13. So
what about Deadpool?
It's not going to make the list. It's a comic book movie. And he won't. So this is our list of family films, our favorite family films, the best of 2016. All right, first up, Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon.
Now for me, I loved the old school, half animated, half real life Disney Pete's Dragon.
Yeah.
The songs, all the corniness of it. I love that as a kid growing up. I had very high expectations for this movie. I don't want to say that my expectations weren't met. It was just different. It's not the same film. You don't have kind of that fun musical. It does have some great family values. It is a really great story. But if you go in expecting to see the original, you're not going to see that. You're not going to get that. Did you have a chance to check it out this year?
I did not.
Okay, thanks. Maria, now you obviously went to go see Pete's Dragon. What was your take?
It was really different than the old one because, like, it talked about, what's his name? The kid.
Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. His, like, backstory and stuff. And his real name, like, wasn't, like, Elliot and stuff. And it was just different.
Okay. So just different.
Yes.
But good enough that we would advise your family to check it out if you get a chance.
We all remember Finding Nemo. Such a great, I guess you could consider it a classic Disney film at this point. So there's that huge stretch between Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. And everybody was excited when they made the announcement that they were making the sequel and everything. So we got to see it last year, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I think a lot of people were underwhelmed with it. Just the classic, the sequel can't live up to the hype, and it can't live up to the original.
I love Finding Nemo. It's one of my favorite Disney animated films. I had high expectations for Finding Dory, and I left the theater just kind of like, eh. I mean, it didn't do anything for me. And although Finding Dory may not have been necessarily my favorite out of the two Nemo Dory movies, it was obviously the favorite to a lot of folks. Did you know it is now the highest grossing PG movie in history?
What?
It's like almost $500 million it has earned to date, and actually knocked out Star Wars Phantom Menace from the top spot.
And you know what else it knocked out? Flight of the Navigator.
Hey, take it easy.
It was right up there.
Yeah, it's close third.
Yeah. Maria, what you think about it?
I loved it. Like, I got that movie for Christmas, because that's what I asked for.
Okay. So you loved it enough to receive it as a gift. Nice. All right, our next film is The Big Friendly Giant, BFG. Maria, you're the only one out of the three of us that had a chance to catch that film. What did you think of the BFG?
I loved it. I read the book first, and the movie was actually better than the book. And, like, I thought that the
Don't let your mother hear you say that.
I know. But I thought that the giant was gonna like look really bad because of like the animation and stuff. But it actually looked like really realistic, and it was really similar to the book. And there were only like a couple parts that I think were like really different from the book, and I really liked it.
2 thumbs up.
The next film that we're going to discuss is, oddly enough, one that none of us saw. It's the Disney hit Moana. And we only mention it to throw it in the list of favorite films of 2016 because it's up for Best Animated Picture, which it will probably win on Sunday night. Even though we didn't get a chance to check it out, my 13-year-old son did, and out of all the movies we're going to be sharing, Moana was his absolute favorite animated film of 2016. So if it can get a 13-year-old boy to give it 2 thumbs up, then
It must be pretty good.
it must be pretty good.
So let's talk about Zootopia. For me, I think this was, before it came out, kind of a sleeper movie. I didn't see a lot of hype about it or anything, but I'm also not on a bunch of Disney blogs or anything like that. But it was way better than I thought it was going to be. It was one of those movies that kind of camps out on a huge moral, bordering a political theme to it, but it did it well. It wasn't like in your face, shoving it down your throat kind of stuff. Very enjoyable, and I like watching animated films as an adult because I know who the voice actors are, and it kind of adds a little something extra to it. If I didn't know who they were, then I would just be enjoying a cartoon. So it was a good movie.
Yeah. What'd you think, Maria?
I loved it. I think that was a really good movie. And I like the same like as Nathan said, I didn't really look forward to the movie. At first, like I didn't think it looked that great. But then when I saw it, like I really liked it. It was really good.
Yeah, same thing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The theme was, I don't want to say edgy, you know, but I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was the overall theme of the movie is one that they handled with grace and in a way that I think kids could understand the moral message of it.
Yeah.
There was a few things that I felt were a little dark about the movie for younger kids, but other than that, our family enjoyed it. Another movie that we want to bring up is one that, I'll be honest with you, I absolutely had no interest in seeing, and the only
that's
reason
why I haven't seen it.
the only reason we did was because we were able to live stream it through the television in our own home and did not waste $1 on it. But it turned out to be okay, and that movie is Storks. Maria, you thoroughly enjoyed Storks. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Like, I don't think that the adults enjoy it as much, but like the wolves were really, really funny. And like me and my younger brother were laughing a lot. My older brother didn't really like it as much. He just thought it was dumb. But that's because he doesn't like anything. But me and my younger brother loved it, and I loved it because it was just really funny. And yeah.
And the whole premise is storks used to deliver babies, and now they don't anymore. And now this one stork kind of messes up a little bit, accidentally creates a baby, and he's trying to get that child to the rightful parents. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
And all kinds of crazy stuff happens, of course, along the way. So it is. It was a good family film. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and definitely Maria and her younger brother absolutely loved it.
Another hit film of 2016 was Jungle Book. Now, kind of going back to nostalgic ties that people our age have with old school Disney movies. This is kind of one of those that people were concerned about. Like, you don't mess with Jungle Book. If you're going to do it right. And I think they did a pretty good job. The movie was heavily CGI, but I guess when you have talking animals and stuff, you don't really have any other choice. But CGI...
They weren't real?
No.
That changes my whole review.
I know.
I sat there the whole time and I was like, how do they get these animals to do this? Disney!
You did it again. But CGI has come such a long way. And I think with animals, you don't get into the uncanny valley as easily as you do with people. So you just don't get weirded out like Jeff Bridges and Tron. But it was a good movie. There was some music in there, which kind of anchored back to the original. And kind of some new takes on the story for more modern times. So I appreciated it.
Yeah. This is another film that I was kind of indifferent to it. I did not want to see it, but I wasn't necessarily looking forward to seeing it anyway. And we were actually on vacation, and the place we were staying gave us a little voucher for a free movie, and so we came in that night, and we were able to pick a movie, and that's what the kids wanted to see. So we watched it one evening sitting in a hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm telling you, I loved it. Like, it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. And it's one of those movies that stuck with me for a couple of days. Like, I really enjoyed this movie.
And any animated movie that has Christopher Walken in it, you can't go wrong.
Yes. And who knew that an animal actually had a soldering iron? It was like, that was weird. They used that line. He fit, though. Marie, what did you think about The Jungle Book?
I loved it. The only thing that I had against it was King Louie was my favorite character in the cartoons, and like I loved like the I want to be like you part, but in the movie he was kind of creepy.
Yeah, King Louie. With a name like Louie, you're gonna be a little creepy. No offense to Louie's up there. There's always that one animated movie that pops out every year, and you ask yourself, how in the world can they make a film about that? And for me, in 2016, it was the Angry Birds movie. I mean, Angry Birds has been a hit for several years now.
It has.
I mean, multiple game adaptations of it. I mean, stuffed toys. I mean, all kinds of things. And then you find out they're going to make a movie, and it's a head scratcher. It's like, what in the world can they do with it?
Yeah.
But they actually did quite a bit. It was one that I found myself chuckling through and enjoying enough that we not only saw it in the theaters, we watched it again here at home. I mean, it was a repeat viewing. We enjoyed it. Maria, what you think about the Angry Birds movie?
I liked it because like they didn't just make, it wasn't just like the game, and they like made them, they had like this whole like backstory for everybody, and it was just really funny, and like the pigs were like trying to take over and stuff, and it was really funny and stuff.
Yeah, and it really had a great moral family message of just coming together, rallying together, and even adjusting one's attitude if you're more angry to be able to do better for your fellow birds. So it was a good film.
Did they utilize the third ingredient of the Girl Scout cookies?
Teamwork?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm on board. I'll see it.
Well, now that brings us to our last two. And not that any of these were ranked, but honestly for me, these next two were my two favorite family films of 2016. The first one, Secret Life of Pets. Did you get a chance to check out that film?
We did see that movie.
And I didn't like it. What? Didn't like it?
That movie weirded me out. Okay, well, some of
You got to explain this.
some of it was fun. I don't know. Okay, so kids movies that talk about things dying and killing and stuff like that, I don't know how I feel about that.
Isn't that every Disney movie? Like, every Disney movie, the star of the films, parents die. One of them or both of them.
But no one says, I'm going to kill them or whatever. So Kevin Hart's character, I forget, I don't know anybody's name in this movie. I was halfway watching it. He was getting angry and was going to seek vengeance and everything, and he kept saying, "Oh, we're going to kill them," and we're going to, it's just weird. It's weird to be in a kid's movie and talk about killing. Yeah. He was the bunny. Yeah, that's right.
So an angry killer bunny freaked you out enough.
It did.
Thumbs down.
I had that.
I get it, but that's
really
a legit point. If you have younger kids, that may not be something that you're comfortable with them hearing or seeing or experiencing. I guess for our family, we're involved in that kind of stuff so much. It just completely went over our head. We were just like, yeah, sure, why not? They can kill them. So I enjoyed it. I thought the story was great. I thought the voices were great. It was one I was looking forward to, and for me, it lived up to expectations. Maria, what did you think about Secret Life of Pets?
I really liked it, and some of the pets' personalities, I was thinking, oh, that's totally one of my friends. And so me and my friends both thought that I was the cat, Chloe, that just eats a bunch of food, just kind of lays around.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's cat. Cats are the best.
Yeah.
But anyways, the movie was really good. Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, for me, the most surprising family film of 2016, and I hate to admit it, my favorite, Sing. This is a movie I had absolutely no desire to go and see, and begrudgingly took my family to go see it. And I'm telling you, it was fabulous. I mean, I'm singing along, I'm tapping my feet, I'm into the story.
Wait a minute, you were singing along?
Absolutely, that's the whole
I've
theater
never heard you sing in my life.
Oh yes, well you need to come see Sing with me. It was great.
Is this your Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes. Next time I'm dressing up like the baboon. But I really, really enjoyed this film. I mean, it was, I can't say enough about it. It was an excellent movie. Great story, great overall theme and meaning, and it was just really surprisingly good family film. And I think it was a surprising hit at the box office. I think it was one that kind of got shoved down toward the end of the year, and it came out the same time as Moana did. So you kind of had competing animated films. When I checked this past week, Sing had made more money than Moana, which is kind of crazy to think. But obviously it had a lot of commercial appeal. People that went and saw it loved it and went to go see it again. I really enjoyed it. Maria, what'd you think?
I loved it, so I went to go see it with some of my friends at the theater. And at first I was thinking oh, this is going to be I didn't really think I was going to love it. I own the whole soundtrack. I saw the movie twice, and it's really good because it's not just some silly movie, because it actually has a really good meaning behind it and stuff, and it's really good.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of singing reality television shows such as The Voice or American Idol, imagine that with animals, with some crazy hijinks involved, and it really is a good film.
Any movie that has hijinks in it, that's good stuff.
Or low jinks.
Yeah.
Either one.
I'm more of a middle jinx kind of guy.
So that's it. That wraps up our favorite family films of 2016. Hopefully you'll get a chance to see some of them, and man, feel free to comment in the comment sections things you like, you didn't like. Maybe there's some films we didn't review that you can let us know, and we'll go check out.
So you got a game coming up?
Wait, where's Maria?
Oh my gosh.
Oh well.
Get rid of
More screen time for us.
That's right. You like that?
I liked it.
So you gonna have another game for us this week?
I am. We're gonna play a little game this week that's educational.
What?
Called Timeline.
And it's in a tin as well.
Look, the best things come in tins.
That's right.
You know,
Or 20s.
games. games, popcorn, good stuff coming in tins. So yeah, I'll be reviewing Timeline and letting you guys know what it's all about and how to play it.
Sounds cool.
Hey, and you're going to be showing us a little bit this week too of some musical ability you have.
That's right. If you've seen the first episode, you know that I'm a self-proclaimed kids and family musician.
At least somebody's proclaiming it.
That's right. We figured it was about time to put up some footage, some music or whatever I had laying around. So I'm going to be popping up a couple videos over the next couple weeks of a concert that my band and I played last year. And yeah, it'll give everyone a chance to check out our tunes and kind of see what a concert's like. And if you want one in your town, we can come and jam with you guys.
What about a couch session? You do any of those?
I'm trying to work that out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the Maggie and Kirsten show. And who knows, maybe you'll see their shiny faces pop up on our channel a little more often. And I think they're thinking about doing their own channel, so we'll definitely feature their channel on our channel. I said channel a lot, so I think it would.
Now, would that be considered a That Family Show like a spinoff?
I don't know. If it's anything like Joey, no.
Boom, baby.
Let's hope that they're more Mork and Mindy and less Jody Loves Chachi. Right?
Right. But they're definitely friends of the family. Okay, and I guess if we forgot something, then that's fine, because we'll still pop it up on our channel. And
which is all the more reason for you to subscribe so you won't miss it.
Right. Let's talk about that. Subscribing. Go to YouTube and you subscribe to our channel, but there's also a place where you can choose to be notified when new videos pop up. So that way, if you're not on Facebook a lot or Twitter or Instagram or anything, you'll still know when new footage comes out. So we're gonna go to commercial break right now that will help you learn how to do that if you don't already.
Has this ever happened to you?
I wish that there was an easier way to access That Family Show.
Hours upon hours spent on a clunky old computer trying to find your way around YouTube on the interwebs. It's exhausting. But wait!
Oh!
Now you can use YouTube app.
Oh!
With space-age technology, you can find your video and subscribe. You just find your video. Don't forget to click that bell.
Yeah!
And we're back, and that was super helpful. And
I learned a lot.
yeah, we learned something. We all learned something today.
And learning is half the battle.
That's right, G.I. Joe. With that being said, I think that concludes another episode of That Family Show. As always, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, laughing, crying. It's the feel-good movie of the year.
Yes. See you next week.
All right. All right. Say something.
Hey, this is Mike from That Family Show. Can you hear me? Testing.
Mine is better.
Test.